What are you trying to accomplish and what makes you happy?
It ain't about the money. It's not about the brand. It's not about any of that. It's about, did I move the people?
Today on the show, we have another fucking bull rider, and he's probably got the name that I would use for a porn name. Like, if I was going to be a porn star, this would be the name I would pick. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Brock Radford. How's it going, man?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Great. So we just actually finished up watching a video of you riding at the PBR in Calgary earlier this year, where you notched an 89-point ride.
Yeah. That was worked out pretty good. That's one of my buddy Tristan Carlier's bucking bulls out of Medicine Hat, and me and him grew up like from the get-go, from the beginning, like amateur rodeo and junior bull riding. So it's pretty cool to like him be flanking the bull and me be getting on him when we've grown up doing it together. It was badass, and we got a rivalry going on. So
oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's a big ass fucking bull too.
Yeah, no, he's good size. I like them. I'm kind of a taller guy, so I like the bigger bulls. They fit me better. Them small little bastards get out from under me pretty quick.
They're speedy, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they got all.
We
got all shapes and sizes and abilities. So
what's your stature? How tall are you?
I'm 5'10". So
okay, so you're
pretty tall for a bull rider, yeah.
Because we earlier a couple weeks ago now, we talked to a buddy of yours, Jared Parsonage, and he's 6'1".
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got to be more than that. He's blind to you. He's like pushing 6'2", half maybe. He's fucking tall.
But he's a tall guy. Like, to see him on some of those small little, I think they're called maybe like a Brahma bull or something like that. They're a little smaller and they're speedy. It's funny because his feet are almost hitting the ground.
Yeah, no, and that's like Murphy's Law with us, right? Like, if there's a small bull in the pen, you can almost guarantee poor Jerry's got to get on it. Like, there can be the biggest thing in the pen that, that fit Jared right there. Jared should be getting on that bull. And he looks like he's getting on the little milk calf sometimes, and he's just pissed about it. So
I'm surprised he doesn't lock his toes together on those little things and just
I bet he tries. He would if he could.
So how old are you, Brock?
I'm 25 now, yeah.
Fucking young kids. Like Parsonage, he's not even old, but in bull riding years, he's pretty long on the tooth.
Yeah, he'd be getting there now. I guess we're in the back stretch of your 20s is long in the tooth for a bull rider. So
yeah, like I watch you guys, and the one I just watched was from Calgary this year, where Jared, he got a little banged up and hurt his knee or something. I don't know what the hell happened. Brock's getting a phone call and probably one of those fucking buckle bunnies.
Jesus, mother, not the time, mother. It's I kind of cut you out on your question there. You talking about Jerry banging up his foot or his ankle?
He banged something up in that ride, but while they were talking about you in the broadcast, it said that you were coming off a knee surgery. Yeah.
Well, yeah, shit, frick. It's fucking bull riding there. You're going to get wrecked out quite a bit and deal with a lot. But, I had a major knee reconstruction, which was really like the first like real big injury hurdle that I've been dealt in my career. I've always had some small injuries, but nothing to put me out 6 months or 5 months. I think I was able to get back in 5.5 months, and the doctors were like, no Calgary Stampede, you're out for a year. But I worked with our sports med that we get through Pro Rodeo and Brandon Tomey and Prairie Therapy on 17th Ave, and worked with him as much as I could. And yeah, he got me back healthy riding in 5.5 months. So
I can sympathize with the knee stuff. I've had 2 knee surgeries. One was I totally blew my ACL in half, along with my PCL and my meniscus.
Yeah.
I had all that fixed, and then I blew the fucking thing again. It's terrible.
Oh, it's crazy. I never heard and knew what a PCL, MCL, or ACL or meniscus was a couple of years ago. And then as soon as this shit happens to you, you're like half a doctor. And then your buddy starts your knee, and you're like, oh, buddy, you probably just blew out your ACL right there. You're fucked.
Yeah. Just tape it up and keep on going.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I actually have to apologize to you because I had to bump you last week because I actually had to go in for another fucking surgery. I don't know if I told you what it was, though.
No, you didn't.
So I had to go have a vasectomy.
Oh, there you go. Now you're just gonna be fucking.
Yeah. Just, I can fire away and not have to worry about a thing.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
let me tell you, Brock, if you ever have children and if your wife or girlfriend at the time says, "Hey, fuck, I don't want to have any more kids," just pull out, bro. It's terrible.
I've heard.
Really? Damn.
Like today is the first day that I've actually felt a little bit good. I'm telling you, you've seen the movie Van Wilder?
Yeah.
You know the fucking bulldog?
Oh, the bulldog. Yeah.
My nuts were that big and as purple as my shirt. Disgusting.
Jesus. Oh yeah, that's a
Okay.
problem.
But
That sucks. Better ice your balls here a couple
Oh.
more days and.
dude, I've been icing my nuts for 7 days. But Derek, my producer, he's been giving me a hard time because we had to bump a few guests, and then he's been talking shit to me. So now I'm actually in the same room as him, so I'm probably gonna fuck him up after the show.
Yeah, this is not good.
Nice. Nice.
All right. So bull riding is that your main source of income?
Yeah. Pretty much. But when I'm not bull riding or if I got some time off in the winter, I drive trucks or whatever on the movies. I'm a transport guy in the Alberta film industry.
Oh, no
Okay,
way.
that's nice.
Yeah, so I do that and I've done got to work on some cool shows like The Revenant and ride snowmobiles on Fortress Mountain and shit. So
Wow.
it's kind of taken me some cool places, and it's still a job, and I don't really like jobs, but it's a fun job when the times are fun and they get them cool filming locations. It can be a really fun job. And then some days you're sitting on some Calgary back street twiddling your thumbs waiting to pick somebody up, and it's boring as hell, and you just do that all fucking day long, and you just think, which is the worst thing for me. I like to be out doing shit, so I don't like being trapped. So yeah, some days it makes me want to ride bulls that much better. I just like, oh my God, run a bull under me and I promise I won't fall off.
So you guys do have a light at the end of the tunnel now. There's an end to this fucking layoff for you. I believe it's Grand Prairie, October 23rd, is it?
Yeah, we're starting to see some events pop up out of the woodworks now, which is good. Kind of getting somewhere on what they're allowed and not allowed to do, but at least it gets us back riding, which I know all of us are going to be grateful for. Like, yeah, it'll be really good.
So I'm guessing you're going to hit that event then.
Oh yeah, I'm going to hit everything up here that's going PBR, and hopefully the fucking goddamn prime minister and the one down south can figure their shit out, so they open the border so we could get down there too.
That'd be nice. You guys can make some fucking money.
Yeah, geez, Rick. But yeah, no, it's a crazy world, but you just got to be patient and wait for that. But since you guys are fighting gurus, I got a good one about the day the day after I blew my knee out.
Okay, hit it.
And the boys won't believe I'm telling you this. So we were leaving Whitecourt PBR. I blew my knee out at a rodeo, and then I went to the PBR, and Sportsmed looked at it and said, yeah, your ACL, your MCL, you're fucked. So I was they gave me one crutch, and I limped around the bull riding, and Lonnie West, it was me, Lonnie West, and I can't remember who else, but we got done the bull riding, and we're leaving, and we hit a red light, and there's this, 20-year-old guy on a date with his girlfriend, and they're walking across the street right in front of the truck, and he takes off across the street, leaves her in the street. So I roll my window down, and I'm just being a cocky dick, and I just, hey, sweetheart, I'd walk you across that road. Well, buddy on the corner fucking was no bluff and didn't like what I said, and I was kind of laughing it off, looking at Lonnie. By the time I looked up, I was in a dead panic trying to get my doors locked and my window up before this guy got through the window on me. It just fucking right on my butt and got me on the chin. I'm trying to panic and trying to get the window up and defend myself here. And he gets the door open. I pull the door shut, and then he opens it again, and I just shoved it with him to give me some space. And I stepped out there and about frickin' went down on my bad knee and just got him collared up. And he tuned me up a little bit before Lonnie got out and fucking backed me up. And I was just, fuck. I guess that'll teach me for running my mouth when I got a bum-ass knee. What the fuck was I thinking? Any other day, I'm pretty sure I'd have met that fucker halfway. But I was straight panic when I seen him running at me. I was like, oh, fuck, I should have shut up. And then he tuned me up at the McDonald's in Whitecourt.
Gee,
the
at
light.
McDonald's.
At the light, at the red light. We were in the intersection.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was. And then we had 2 Aussie buddies behind us. And then by the time they realized I was getting my ass kicked and got out of the car, this guy's hi-ho silvered across the street again. And he's skipping off with his girlfriend to Boston Pizza. And I was pissed. I was so mad. Oh, nothing I could do.
At least if she had jumped in the vehicle, something could have happened good at the end of the night. But she fucked off with the guy.
Oh, I got a double whammy. She smiled at me, and I probably thought it was like, oh, yeah, see, she liked it. But she probably knew her boyfriend was a bit of a head case coming fucking.
Just got slapped around inside the vehicle.
It's just like, God damn it. Should have just shut up.
Well, I probably would have went over after and checked that guy's hand because that doesn't fucking happen very often in life anymore these days.
I was actually, really, honestly, it was good on him for sticking up. I was beaking him about not walking her across the road. At least he fucking, manned up and tuned my ass up. But
now, kicking somebody's ass for saying that, I'll say is going a little far. I probably would have told you to shut the fuck up or I'll slap you.
Yeah.
And then if you had kept beaking, then we would have went over and done business.
Oh, but kudos to him because this truck is blacked out. So the window, he didn't know how many were in the vehicle. It could have been just me and Lonnie, or I could have been like 5 of us. And he just fucking guns blazing rolled up on me. Up. Nate Diaz my ass, and he was out of there.
Hey, well, Jared did say that you like the fight.
Oh, yeah. I've been good about it the past few years. It's just too risky anymore doing it.
You go to jail.
Except I'm not in an octagon and shit when I do it. It's normally the cowboy hat leads into a situation or a game of pool. And then, one thing leads to another. And I'm damn sure not afraid of it. I like it. I like watching the MMA videos and stuff. And if there's a fucking dick that, I'm not afraid to go him. Shit. It's leads into some interesting situations, like especially when you're in some pretty western towns like Wainwright, and like you get in a bar fight, there's nobody that breaks it up.
No,
you go until one of you
over.
stops, or your friends are like, you guys are fucking ruining everyone's fun. You guys need to quit or get out. So, but it's still cool to see like there's like western law still. Because everyone's a fucking pussy nowadays. There's no other way to put it. It's like you say one thing and you hurt somebody's feelings. It just sucks to see where our society's going because it's fucking getting participation medals and shit like that. Like we raised like our generation. I'm in the generation of a bunch of sissies.
I'll tell you a story. Actually,
you're just triggered them.
My 9-year-old daughter, she got a participation ribbon at school. And she didn't bring it home. I said, "What'd you do with it?" She said, "I gave it back." I said, "Why?" I didn't win.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fuck
There's
you.
nothing wrong with it.
Fuck you and your participation medals and trophies and fucking ribbons.
Don't they play soccer without soccer balls? How does that work? They play the soccer without the.
Well, soccer is a different.
But
different
I'm saying
story.
it's a participate. They're doing it without.
Yeah, they're doing it without
scores
keeping
or without
score and
balls
shit like that.
It's retarded. I grew up playing hockey too, and when they took hitting out of Pee Wee to start it later, it's like that's gonna cause way more fucking injuries because the quicker the kids start learning how to hit when they're all at the same height and the same age, and there's not that weight difference behind it where it'll put a shoulder out if you're in the corner, the better for them. The quicker they learn to get tight to the boards. But now it's bantam, I think, when kids start hitting, and you got a kid that can be 6'2", and a kid that can be 5'6".
Jared,
Jared versus me, literally.
Yeah.
Going into the corner, if I don't know how to get tight, you get hurt doing that shit. But they're just trying to protect everything. But we're humans. We're fucking badass. We adapt to shit and we learn.
Well, what we're breeding as society is literally pussies. Because everything in life, I don't care what it is, a job, bull riding, MMA fighting, it doesn't matter. It's all a competition.
Yeah.
If you're not number one, you don't get the money.
Yeah. And it's not, in a lot of the sports, it's not just a competition, you versus the other guy, right? It's you versus the same guy in here. Same in MMA. I bet you guys have to seriously, if there's a fighter, he's got to know who the fuck he is before he steps in the cage. Because if he ain't sound up here, then that guy's that he's facing's already got him beat.
Well, the other thing is these kids are watching these fucking pussies like Jake and Logan Paul, and they're on YouTube making fucking videos, getting paid millions of dollars, going and doing fights for millions of dollars when guys are making $500 to fight that are professionals, and these fucking morons are getting paid a buttload of money. Listen, not everybody can do that.
Oh yeah, them guys are disgracing boxing. Like fucking
Listen,
the fact that they get their fights sanctioned pro is beyond me. Like that's fucking horseshit.
any of those guys want to fight, I'll fight them both at the same time.
Oh fuck.
No fucking problem.
Oh, them fucking
I'll
little
do it for
LA
fucking
beach
free.
fucking boys. My goodness.
I'll do it for a service to society.
I would be with you. I'd take one of them. I know you could handle two, but I would just love to.
Wow, it's just you see things like that, and people can fall into a pile of shit and come out smelling like a rose.
Yeah.
Like you do literally nothing but make a YouTube video and it goes viral, and then you get 1 million fucking followers. Then next thing you know, you're making $1 million driving a fucking Lambo.
Yeah. Oh, and then they decide to use that following to get into the sport of boxing, and they're really just fucking disgracing.
I don't hate on that at all, man.
I respect the hustle.
I don't hate on that at all.
I just
I'm like,
come
you get
on.
it. Like if I could launch a video right now and jump and hit up Brock and say, bro, I want to ride a bull for fucking $1 million, I'll cut you in. You'll be like, all right. But,
yeah,
probably
true.
Right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That is what it is. So
I want to talk a little bit about the bull riding a little bit. Because we talk about fighting 24/7, and I love it, and it's all a part of me. But I kind of wanted to get back to it. Like, what's the lookout for you? What do you know?
Well, what we know now is we got some events coming up for us end of July to meet the TSN TV deal.
Okay.
So PBR is working to get us back making money. So that's the first little bit, and as long as nothing crazy happens with this COVID that makes any more like second wave shutdowns, our end of August and September, October, November are looking to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And speaking of COVID, are we talking no people in the crowd?
Yeah, this will be just like rider only event. Kind of like what the US has done down south right now. This closed off, no fans, like pretty much it'll be if you have to be there, you're there. Like it'll be the flank man, us riders, and the guys obviously doing TV, and that's it.
Do you feed off the crowd? Do you care if they're there?
Oh yeah, it's definitely it sets an atmosphere.
Yeah,
like
because I was watching some WWE.
It can get the extra inch out of you sometimes
For
that you need, and it's definitely an advantage. But I think all of us are, you got to have that skill level to do it in any place, any time, any situation. So just just treating it like a practice pen, really. Mm-hmm. Just we still have our job to do, get the whistle. We're going to do our job, and but it's going to suck and be weird not having that, when you have one that you really want, a bull that's in the short round and making a name for himself, and then the fans know that bull, and you feel the energy in the building. Sure. You can feel it when people know what's going to go on and what's going to happen next, and it can get your
just with fighters we're seeing guys. Are you still training at all? Are you still putting in time?
I've been working out, doing my shit every day, and I actually need to start getting on horses here a bit more now. That
brings me into a great argument that I was watching a documentary. Are you a cowboy as well?
Yeah. I don't come from like a cattle ranch or anything.
Sure.
I've come from us raising and training horses. So
okay.
Yeah, like we've had 2 brood mares, had 2 new colts. I think we got like 26 horses at our place. My grandma was she was a 2-time Canadian champion barrel racer, and my mom, through my mom's side of my family, they've kind of kept the horse breeding and our bloodlines going for years.
Because there seemed to be a real fight between traditional bull riders, that's all they do, versus cowboys, and the cowboys don't like the bull riders. But like the bull riders, in the sense like if you're a cowboy and a bull rider, you have an advantage over the traditional bull rider because you're doing horses, you're doing barrel races.
Yeah.
You're part of it. It's a lifestyle. It's not just a
Oh,
sport
100%.
for me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe that. You can only get so much out of the gym. Like,
Right.
if I'm gonna give anyone any advice to get better at bull riding, you go get on bulls. You go to a place where you can run in 6 in a night, 10 in a night, especially if you're a young kid, because your body can handle 10 in a night. There's no way. We used to do it all the time. Now we're a little bit smarter about how we practice. We get on better bulls, less of them. We'll get on 4 of them, but they're better bulls for us. Where back then you were a guinea pig, right? You were trying to make a name for yourself. So you show up to a practice pen, you're getting on calves that are never had a rider, that are shoot fighting. You grind through all that shit, and you'll do it 9 times in a night to get better when you're at that age. But yeah, horses and all that helps. It helps with your balance and whatnot.
And
you can only do so much in a gym. The gym just keeps your muscles in shape to prevent injury, right? You're just trying to – that's all we try to do by going to the gym is honestly prevent injury, because that's our biggest, thing that we're boxing in the dark are injuries, right? Because freaking damn near every event you come out with a new scratch or a scrape.
That's kind of like one of my other questions is pain management. Is that like half the battle, is battling your injuries?
Yeah, for a lot of guys, that's the biggest thing. I'm friends with so many guys that I know are so talented
all the time,
but
limping around, sore backs. Like I can't hear out of my left ear. My fucking shoulders fucked up. I can't drive. To all that shit. And then, like when you see with professional fighters, what you're seeing is pain management is so important, or such a part of their daily routine, that a lot of the weaker mind fighters fall into those Oxycontin type holes or pain meds. And I don't know if that's hit.
No, we haven't seen too much of that. There is you damn sure get in the rig and you put 3 ibuprofen in you, and you're drinking water or a Bud Light or whatever you take the ibuprofen with, but no one really goes that far, because that I've seen really. I think, and same as fighters, I think our pain tolerance is higher, because I know that for a fact, because when I'm not around rough stuff or bull riding, I've come back and it's not that I feel weaker or anything. It's just like, you haven't been around it, at pinch points and just grabbing shit and just slamming it. And you're not weaker, but you're just not as tough as you were, right? When you're around it constantly 24/7 around rough shit, you've got calloused hands. You're fucking tough.
I love it.
And that's what I think, guys learn to deal with that pain, ride with that injury. Like my one buddy, Lonnie, I've traveled with him my whole career, and that's one of the toughest fucking guys I've ever seen in my life, because when he gets a streak, when he's healthy, he fucking dominates. Absolutely dominates. But the guy, and he'll probably tell you, he's had hell his whole first bit of his career because he's been a Band-Aid. He fucking goes through streaks of where he's just fucking hurt to shit, beat up. But he's a fucking mongrel, and he goes where some guys will quit and, take a break. And Lonnie will go and grind out and ride bulls that, you wouldn't think he should be able to ride. Like I've seen him go to rodeos with an air boot on and then have sports med tape it all but he's used to it and rides with that pain tolerance. And them guys become dangerous because when they are fucking healthy, there ain't a damn thing up here that's blocking them, because they got all them mental breaks they've been dealing with the past few months. They're gone. They're free in the wind. So he feels fresh. And
is chiropractic or massage, is that a part of it?
Yeah, we got with our sports med, we got a chiropractor, massage, all them sports med therapists at every PBR for us.
Or is that, do you participate in that stuff, or is that not your thing?
Oh yeah, no, I do it.
Yeah,
I'm into that cryotherapy, whatever, to make your body feel good.
Ice baths, man, same shit, and it's better.
Yeah, ice bath. Yeah, I just a pussy when it comes to getting in that freaking cold water, man. I can jump into them cryo things and do it for 3 minutes. So much easier than getting into an ice bath. That's tough.
So the cryo thing's actually been kind of debunked a little bit.
Has it?
A little bit, yeah. They do work to a certain extent, but an ice bath is the cat's ass. That's where it's at.
Well, I when I go cliff jumping, out west of Longview in the Kananaskis country, I know a few spots, and that mountain water is the coldest fucking water ever. That's the only way I can have an ice bath. Like I can't go toe and limb each in at a time, I got to dive straight in that shit. So I normally go up to that cold water and go cliff jumping with buddies. And
That's crazy.
That's my like little hidden secret for a cryo sesh.
Where are you located then? You're in Alberta?
I'm in High River. Yeah. I just bought a house last year here in High River, and my parents' ranch is about 10 minutes southwest of Longview or southwest of High River and southeast of Longview.
Where the fuck is a High River?
I was gonna ask you, dude. I was gonna ask you.
South of Calgary.
Okay.
Like 40 minutes. Yeah.
So
Not too-
Okotoks.
Yeah. Okotoks is where I went to high school and shit. So yeah.
We have family that live in Okotoks. Well, I have family that live in Okotoks actually, and they're actually they do horse training.
Oh yeah. It's shit. Everybody's got their couple acres with a few horses on it around here. It's pretty.
Yeah, their last name's Reamer. Yeah, but they work with rich people that have horses that fuck their horses up every other weekend, and they got to retrain them. It's a money maker.
Yeah.
But Okotoks, High River, it's actually a nice area.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you got the really money people with the horses back in Millerville and like back in them hills. It gets pretty pricey with them jumping horses and closer to Spruce Meadows and shit. Damn.
Is bull riding the only thing you do at the rodeo, or like if you're banged up, will you go do some roping or anything else?
Yeah, I steer wrestle too. When I first come around, I know I'm a small steer wrestler. I have to do the technique right, and I've kind of went to bull riding because I was taking a few more wrecks in steer wrestling than I was in bull riding, and that should not be happening. So I went to the bull riding end, and but no, I need to put more effort into it. But it's something I like and I want to do and come back in my towards the end of my career and definitely go for an all round and stuff like that and win an all round title in Canada.
You've got the height. We just need to put some weight on you. So maybe like
that's why I'm thinking the end of my career, because then I'll just start like
steroids.
Beefing up. Just
makes sense. I'm in.
Well, if you put him beside the Tanner Myland, I believe his name is.
Yeah, Tanner. He's a beast.
Huge.
Yeah, them boys. Yeah, the Mylands are good buddies of mine. They're pretty wild cats. You should have a couple of them on your podcast. Oh, yeah. They would fucking make you laugh the entire time. They're the funniest bunch.
Maybe we'll just turn this fucking thing into a rodeo podcast and just be done with it at this point. Wow. Yeah. So Jared Parsons talked up. He said you got some stories and you ain't afraid to tell them. Yeah,
shit. Well, I think I know the stories that he was thinking.
Are they
I had
fucking stories.
Pardon me?
Are they fighting or fucking stories? I don't know.
This one's another fighting story, and it's actually pretty funny because it was like right in front of the whole rodeo.
Oh yeah.
Rodeo. Oh yeah.
Let's hear it.
It was with a contractor, so yeah, shit got pretty wild. I got fined $1,000 for it. In the end, it ended up being a pretty big deal. So
you gotta let me know what's up. What happened?
Yeah, fuck. A couple of years ago, when was this? 2017 in Williams Lake at their pro rodeo. The calls out there, and I fucking hate them. So I don't give a fuck if they ever hear this, and they know I fucking hate them. They're pieces of shit. The way they treat kids. There's these young steer riders getting on, and this fucking Roy calls his name. He started telling this kid what was up and called him a pussy in the chute. And this is a fucking grown man talking to a
kid?
Yeah, a 10 to 13, I think, or 14-year-old is the steer, or 15 is the steer riding age. So he's a fucking kid. So I got into his face and we had some words, and I called him a fucking pussy and said he's spineless for fucking saying that to a kid and let him do. Like, Williams Lake is a great pro rodeo, but the longer that fucking thing goes, the better. The people love it there. They love to stay all day and drink. There's no fucking need to be yelling at this kid to hurry up when you got fucking all these events they do, and they just want to drink and watch rodeo. It's not like the Calgary Stampede where you need to be out of the chute in 10 seconds. And there's a way to do it. So the bull riding come around, and he fucking smacked me in the back when I got on my bull and said, "Oh, bring your fucking A game." And their bulls suck. Their bulls are terrible. They shouldn't even be in pro rodeo. They're fucking awful. And this thing runs around the arena, and I jump off it, and I'm pissed. I'm like, "This is the best you fucking got." And then they run their good one, their prized possession up, the wrong delivery just to fuck with me. To bulls are right and left-handed and certain ways. So they run him up the wrong delivery to fuck with me. So I took my sweet ass time hoping he'd say something to me, and he kept his mouth shut. And then I rode him, and I was like 79 points on their best bull, and he's a piece of shit. So I was really mad. So I was walking out of the arena, and then their son started piping off at me. So I fucking lost all composure at this moment. So I got out of the arena, come through, and like the load up alley in the back, I climbed over it. And I was like, you two fucking pussies think you can talk to like steer riders like that? Try saying it to me. And I went I'm literally chasing these guys. They're running through gates trying to run. And Roy's brother ended up coming in and grabbing me by the shirt. Well, the whole out gate, the center out gate was open. So like the whole fucking grandstand is watching this go down in the center alley. And I had my chaps and my vest still on.
Oh no.
And I grabbed this guy and I threw a couple hands at him and he stumbled back and it was a little scruffle. And yeah, that was my, there is times where we rush the pitcher in rodeo. And that was one of them.
Are you invited back to this rodeo?
Yeah, actually the story gets better. So I was so fucking mad. I hate these guys so much. Everybody knows it. I was vocal about it. I said, the next year I entered Williams Lake, I had to write an apology and all that shit, of course. So the next year at Williams Lake, I said, the only fucking way I'm going is if I draw one of John Duffy's bulls. He's got great bulls. Pretty much you only win if you're on his stock at that rodeo. So I drew a John Duffy bull. So I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, I guess I'm going to Williams Lake. So I went out there. Them guys didn't say nothing to me. It was, all good. But I won it on a John Duffy bull. So I got to go in there. I think I was 89.5. Walked out of there winning it. 2 middle fingers up to them fucking guys. Fuck you guys. You're a piece of shit bulls. So
what's their names?
The Calls. They're out of BC. Yeah. Fucking. I hope they hear this. They know my hatred for them anyway. So
I'm gonna tag him in it. Fuck them.
Yeah. Good. Fuck
No,
yeah.
we won't do that.
Yeah, but I know that's one that Jerry likes. But no, I've never been really afraid of what to say, and it's kind of got me in some trouble along the way. But
it's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, I didn't feel bad about it at all. The way I felt, the fucking people that find me look stupid because I was fucking actually in the right defending a steer rider, and that guy is a goddamn contractor. Like, what the hell? They had no integrity there. And then they just hit me up for $1,000. I was like, what? Fuck you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
$1,000 is enough money to piss you off.
That's
too.
$1,000.
Yeah, that's what I was like. What is this? The fucking MLB here? This is pro rodeo. $1,000?
That's a lot of money.
God.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah. Like,
well, not when you're seeing guys that have been riding for 10 years and they've made $100,000.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Hell.
The one I was watching last night was the Calgary show that I don't know when it was, December maybe or some bullshit. But there was the one of the guys that was riding was one of the only $1 million cowboys.
Oh yeah, Aaron Roy.
Yeah, him. And I was like, "Fuck, man, really?"
Yeah.
Oh, there's only. Oh wow.
Yeah, we're not talking like
in the PBR. Yeah, like Aaron didn't do pro rodeo or anything, but a lot of like the guys to like make a good living, you got to do both up here, especially if you're just in Canada. Like, you can't dictate just doing one. If you do both, you're making good money, and it's just you're stupid not to do both because half the time, we're in Saskatchewan at a PBR. There's a pro rodeo on the same weekend, and if you schedule it right, you're not taking care of business if you're not there. So,
well, that ride that I showed you today. So the previous one you got bucked off in a couple seconds. You're pissed off. You kicked the fence and got the fuck out of there. Came back and that ride made you $5,000.
Yeah, that fucking that first bull, Vertigo Spy, he was in the long round, and that bull is normally a short rounder. So I had I was gonna win the long round or that fucker is gonna get me, and he's got me twice now, that bastard. But I know his tricks, so I know the next time.
Third time,
I definitely got his ass. Yes.
With that $5,000, just like in mixed martial arts, there's a manager's fees or a coaching fees. Do you have to give a certain percentage back to the farm, or is that considered good faith to send money home, or you give a certain cut, or is that $5,000 straight in your back pocket?
No, just straight in my pocket.
And
we don't have the coaches or nothing, and like I just help my family when I'm at home, and my sponsor, like if like uh like with farm equipment and stuff, like the guys at Tractorland that are sponsoring me,
Sure.
shit, they're freaking awesome. Like I told them we were haying and my dad's baler broke down the one day, and they're like, "Oh shit, do you need us to bring out a baler to use?" Like
Yeah.
they're just keen for stuff like that to help out at home. But
Like, oh,
my
fuck
parents
yeah.
have always been good at a support system where, like, yeah, I never put money back in. I owe them so many tanks of fuel from the time they took
That's
me.
cool.
But yeah, we don't have coaches or nothing like that. So
Um,
everything that we win, that's us. But for a lot of guys in rodeo and bull riding, like that $5,000 will keep them on the road for the next month. Because like some guys don't have the consistency where they're pulling that check every weekend. So if a guy jumps out and wins one or gets second and gets $5,000, like they bank that shit, and then that's their fucking fuel, gas, hotel money for the next 3-4 weeks of rodeoing. And they might drain that shit very down to the last couple $100 and not be at a bull ride, and then boom, cha-ching, hit again, and they'll do that again, right?
sure.
Lots of guys just do this because of our lifestyle, right?
Right.
Lots of guys aren't, I wouldn't say necessarily making the greatest living, but some guys just, the lifestyle is like a drug addiction, right?
Right.
You're
Let's
on the
talk,
road, you're in a different city, a town every night and weekend.
Let's talk about sponsors for a bit.
Yeah.
Who are your sponsors? How did you acquire them? Is Yeti a sponsor? I see you with the Yeti shirt. Where you get big Yeti fans here. But,
Yeah, no, they're not a sponsor. I'd like them to be.
Fuck,
They're
get it
Yes.
together,
yeah.
Yeti. What the fuck
yeah,
you doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Seeing
sweet,
a
but
tag.
they give us these at the Canada finals.
Who are your sponsors right now?
I got Wrangler, Driving Force,
What is Driving Force?
Tractorland, Driving Force. They're like that big vehicle sales and rental company. They have all the big 5 tons and
They give you a free truck?
Yeah, free truck.
Good. I was
Yeah.
gonna talk shit about them if they didn't.
Yeah, no, they're pretty badass. They've been keeping me in wheels
Nice.
for the past few years, so I can
Nice.
get my ass to the damn rodeo. And then a couple new ones, Versatile Energy Services. They're in North and South Dakota, an oil company, and in Alberta. And Tractorland out of High River, Calgary, and Regina. So they've been.
Does the
Yeah.
PBR provide any sponsors for you, or more opportunities, or is there more weight to your name when you have that associated with
Oh yeah, the PBR is basically where we can,
the UFC for us fighters would be the
yeah,
PBR.
like you're televised, right?
Right.
That's your big sell factor for marketing right there. Like if any company wants to see anything, they want their shit on TV and
Yeah.
all that. Like, so yeah, if when you're in the Calgary Stampede, that's a big sell, especially for Alberta companies, right? They love the Pinoca and the Calgary Stampede. As far as bigger brands like that, you gotta, as soon as you're on tour and all that, and you crack top 20, and if you stay for a year, they'll come.
Start knocking
like-
on your door. Yeah.
Yeah, like Monster Energy and all them are there, but they want the top.
Are you
Guys.
dealing with that yourself, or do you have a team behind you?
A couple of them I've dealt with myself, and just from what the fuck is it called? Networking.
Yep.
Just through networking
Yeah,
or
sure,
whatever.
Getting on podcasts. That kind
I've
of
met
stuff.
them and they've struck up some deals.
Cool.
But I have Jason Davidson and Tanner Byrne at 3D Bull Riding that look after our stuff, my stuff anyway. And they've been good. And JD's looked after me since I've come around and whatnot. So, but yeah,
I like your fucking hat.
Posy. Yeah, it's
What
good.
is that? I don't know for a guy.
So remember I talked to Parsonage about the Smith built hats?
Okay.
The black hat that gives back, and then they got the white
Yeah.
one. So same guy. Tell this. You know what the story is. Tell it.
The Ty Posabon?
Yeah.
He killed
Yeah,
himself.
so the black hat goes to the Ty Posabon Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Posy, he was a wild man, Canadian bull rider, just like all the talent and work ethic in his pinky finger. Like this guy was another one of them guys but except when he was hurt, you didn't even know he was hurt because he was still that good. Like Posy was always hurt, but you wouldn't know it because he would still just knock 90s out and ride everything. And he's probably one of the best bull riders come out of Canada in the last 10 years for sure. And he had a battle with mental illness from the frequent concussions and hits to the head caused CTE. and he ended up taking his life in January of 2017. But we started this foundation, Tanner Byrne and the Clooneys and a bunch of, close friends of Ty's started the Ty Posabon Foundation, and they're heavily involved with PBR Canada and, Smith Built and whatever they can to raise money for our sports med and mental, health awareness. And they're good at putting money back to making sure that we're healthy and looking after ourselves. So it's, you definitely saved a lot of lives because, like football with their concussions and shit, we get rattled around like that every weekend a couple times. It's like getting hit by 5 linebackers sometimes.
Yeah, when we were talking to Jared, we were referencing the hockey helmets. Are you a fan or not?
I've been one of them guys that I swear I've tried every helmet
Just
multiple times.
He was
and
the same way.
Honestly, I'm back with the hockey helmet and an old, just beefed up hockey cage, basically, and just a separate chin guard.
Are you doing a mouth guard or no?
Yeah, I do the mouth guard. I like to have something to bite on, and it just helps me breathe better with them. I'm breathing through my, properly. But yeah, shit. Really, if you're doing your job, you shouldn't be letting them hit you in the fucking head. That's the way I look at it. They're
true.
They're there and they help us, but in the end, I'm supposed to stay off their head. So if I need it, it's gonna take that one shot that I need, and then them bullfighters are so fucking good these days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
we don't have too much.
I took Derek to a rodeo in Swift Currents. What was it, a year ago now?
Yeah, time flies.
And we seen a poor 17-year-old kid get knocked fucking clean out.
Oh yeah.
He hit the arse end of the bull and then went forward and they, boom, headbutt.
Oh yeah, he went in. Oh fuck yeah, jerk down.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And that's that's where you see the most shit is like growing up through like the amateurs and like through junior bulls, and then when you're an amateur before you go pro, like that's where you see the most fucking nasty shit rodeo and like guys get wrecked out. But no, it can damn sure, you've seen it happen at our events. I think Shay got knocked out in Lethbridge and it was a fucking nasty one.
Have you been knocked out?
Oh yeah. Not recently, but fuck, I think in like 2015, I got knocked out like fucking 4 times. Like I had a shit year. Like I was down in Billings and I had a bull like blow up and then lose his footing and fall straight back into the bucket chutes, and he rang my head off the chute. I was fucking sleeping in the bottom of the bucket chute. But
wow.
Yeah, I've
shit.
Yeah.
Is anybody talking to you guys about CBD?
Yeah, they're coming in. They're starting to come in. They're kind of making big moves down south. Like when we're down at the Premier Series, we see a lot of the guys down there, and they'll give us some free shit to try.
Jared was a little weird when we threw it his way. Maybe he's old school, but I don't
know if he knew what it was. Maybe he thought it was fucking weed, but we do the CBD drops, tinctures. We have vaporizers, all that kind of stuff.
We'll send you a courtesy bottle. See what you think.
Yeah, I'm game.
Okay, cool.
We'll send you a little
care package. See what you think.
Care package. Make sure you're not fucking going retarded. I can't say that anymore, can I?
No, you can't say retarded.
Can't say retarded.
I think maybe
just bleep it out. People can make them think what it was.
That kind of goes back to another question I was thinking about superstitions in bull riding. Do you have any?
And that the quicker you learn all that shit's bullshit, the better you are.
That kind of answers
I
the other
used
question.
to be
It's
when
all
I was
garbage,
young.
eh?
Like I used to look at my cowboy shirts and be like, fuck, I rode this bull in this shirt. And then I'd look at one other shirt and be like, oh, I got wrecked out in that one. I ain't wearing that one. But the more head games you make for yourself, you make your job harder. So it's none of that shit matters until you climb in the chute and it's you versus him. The quicker a guy can figure that out, the quicker you're going to get to winning.
After a rodeo, you ever gone out with the boys wearing your cowboy hats and just some fucking yuppie starts talking shit, making fun of your hat?
Oh, every fucking time.
Really?
Every time.
Look at that guy. Every fucking time. Yikes.
Like everywhere. It's like a given. The cowboy, I've always said for us, the 2 things that starts fights the quickest is a pool table and our cowboy hats.
Really?
That's the quickest fucking.
We're like, hey, nice hat, fag.
I'm getting you a hat.
Or the biggest one is they come up and just grab your hat, right, and put it on. Like, that's the biggest one. They think it's I'll put your hat on. Like that's a fucking
first rule
no to a cowboy. Yeah. It's like with a biker. You don't sit on fucking biker's bike, right? You
Right.
don't fucking
Unless you
touch a
wanna get
cowboy's
fucking
hat.
shit kicked.
Dude, if somebody ever took my hat off, I'd slap the shit out of them right in front of their mother.
Oh yeah, so that's the biggest instigators we
Really,
get.
that happens. I always
Not
thought
so
that,
much in like Saskatchewan and like towns like that. They're pretty old school still,
Yeah.
but like when you're even in Calgary,
Right.
when you're in the cities, you get that shit
Cheese
all the
slickers.
time.
There's fucking 50,000 cowboy hats in Calgary. One of the best hat builders is in Calgary. I don't get it.
Yeah. Oh man,
It's
it's
the
it's
weekend
crazy.
warriors.
Like
I guess.
when Stampede's normally on, it seems like every other time of the year you're in Calgary, and you get the weird looks, the jokes, and the fucking cowboy. But when Stampede rolls around, everybody cracks out their cowboy boots and their
We
hats
were
and
talking
wants to
about
be
that
a
the other
fucking
day.
cowboy.
It's a fucking white hat, though.
Yeah.
Where do you wear a
terrible.
white hat? You can't even wear it outside.
Yeah. I don't
A white felt hat?
know where
Get
I
the
don't know
fuck
where that
outta here.
tradition started. Actually, a white one.
I don't get it. It's a Calgary Stampede thing, though. It's a white hat. Everybody's got a $400 10-liter and a fucking pair of Ariats.
Yeah. Yeah. The Lamley special, the Lamley startup special.
Well, you got to appreciate them because they come out, they spend $5,000 on a fucking ticket, then you get the girl that got the threesome.
And the guy in it literally has your cowboy startup shirt, the Wrangler with the PBR logo shirt. Like, yeah, that was the best.
I wish
best
somebody
PR
would have
ever.
just tapped her on the shoulder, like, "Hey, he wasn't in the rodeo."
Oh, and then you know what? I bet you them girls totally believe he was too. Like, I guarantee you, they cannot tell the difference between us and guys that do that. That's the saddest part for us.
Yeah.
You got a bull rider when they're about 5'7", 125 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a bull rider, unless you're Brock or fucking Jared.
Yeah, unless you're Canadian, it seems we're just bred a bit bigger up here.
Is it the Canadian guys seem a little bit bigger than like Lemme or fucking Outlaw? Fuck you, Chase Outlaw. You didn't even message me back either, you prick.
He's got all them followers now. He just gets DM'd too much in the day.
He's too famous for me at this point. But so when we were at the rodeo, I took Derek too, and he's looking over in the chutes and he's like, "Fuck, these guys look like hammered shit." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, go out back and look at all the fifth wheels because this is what these guys are doing. They're coming in, riding a bull, jumping in their fifth wheel, and going on to the next one." Did you go through that stage?
Oh fuck, we still go through that stage.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've the worst one I've had was after Quebec City. We got done an event, and when we do them events down east, it's all of us pretty much that go to the bar, because by the time you get back to your room at 12:31 in the morning, you're sleeping for 3 hours and then going to the airport. So we all and the bars are open so damn late down there. We just go out and get fucking hammered and smashed, and then it's like trying to gather all your scattered chickens and all your buddies when they're all drunk and fighting or whatever's breaking out, and try to get all of us and all our gear to the airport and get let on the plane and get back to Alberta for the next rodeo is like a miracle in itself. But we did that one night, and then we landed in Edmonton. We had to be at a rodeo the next day, so we flew back on like no sleep, hungover. And we had a plane booked in Edmonton, like one of them little, like the 6-seater ones.
Yeah.
Like we had one of them booked to get us to Grand Prairie, and freaking them things are scary as hell. Like,
fuck yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
like
sure.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Like that was the last trip I took, and like Scott Pym, he's a good buddy of ours, and lots of cowboys use him, but I can't do that shit. That scared the fuck out of me that day. He flipped the fuel tank, and I thought we were fucking kamikaze down, because we literally just fucking dropped out of air and then went wah.
Yeah.
And like it scared the shit. There was Todd Cudowitz, Zane Lambert, like 6 of us in there, and Todd looked back at me, and his face, just how terrified he was, scared me. I thought we were crashing.
It's always funny hearing from bull riders that have like arguably the scariest jobs in the world.
Yeah.
That's what makes it funny to me. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the.
I was fucking terrified. That was my first one, and buddies use them all the time. I was like, I'm not doing this again. So we landed, and we had a girl pick us up. She did like 100 through Grand Prairie to get us to this rodeo. she was I'm not gonna say her involvement with the rodeo, but she was involved with the rodeo. And
You got a buckle? There's a bunny over there.
Yeah, she needed to have the bull riders there, so she got us there on time. And I mean, like, they're just finishing the barrels, and the rodeo announcer, and we're cutting across the track with our gear bags and hung over, shirts untucked. And the rodeo announcer's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, here come your bull riders." And they start clapping as we're all running across the track. And we all get there and get our shit on as quick as we can. And like, I puked in a trash can a few times before I got on. And then I got absolutely fucking drilled. Like, this bull just, like, I think it was like 2 seconds and just fucking hammered me. So we're totally opposite for me. And then my buddy Lonzo, who is just as hungover and just as bad, jumps out and wins the bull riding.
Fucker.
Like, yeah, I was just like, fuck you. But I was puking in the trash can after. And oh, it was terrible. But we've had lots of them situations where it's, you know, are we calling the rodeo office to turn out, or what the hell is we doing here?
I wanted to, you mentioned the buckles. Is that like in boxing or MMA or that stuff? The belt is like the signifier of championships. You see the belts. Is that your trophy? Is that the trophy?
Most of the time it's buckles. That's the most common thing. Bigger events might have a bronze or something, like Calgary. You win the big bronze.
You have a few.
Cloverdale, they give out a nice set of silver spurs, and you'll find them unique events that have their own little touch to it, right? You might win something completely different, and there's events like that.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I got a few. I got
anything handy?
Yeah, I got a couple handy.
Let's check them out.
50,000 of them drop off.
That's badass. That's sick.
Those are nice. I like that.
Yeah, there's one.
Oh fuck yeah!
So these aren't something that you just toss on your pants and wear around.
A couple of, we get some like superstition, just kind of game rules, not really superstition rules like that. Like our buddy Zane has one. You got to win every buckle you win. You got to wear it until you win another one to kind of like, because it's like most of the time it's a committee or like part of the town that puts it on. Like if we're at a small town bull riding in Saskatchewan or Czar Lake, Alberta, it's like a bunch of, it's the community putting it on and putting extra money to get a buckle made. So sometimes we wear them around just to like, show off their town. People look at it and go, Czar Lake, Alberta, where the fuck is that? And then you tell them, oh, it's this sweet hidden lake in the middle of Alberta. That's awesome. They have a big ass bull riding in the summer.
So when you reference like a bull riding, you keep saying Saskatchewan. Is that like the big area for you guys to come? Is it here?
Saskatchewan and Alberta, yeah. And our BC ones are good, but Saskatchewan, it's just all so many farming and ranching communities out there. Like you go to any small town, and if they have a bull ride, and the whole fucking town's there. Yeah, it's like they shut everything down, and it'll be all 4,000 people of the town is at that little, bull riding for that night. And we get a lot of them little cool community bull ridings. They, they may not be the big hockey arenas or the ones that win us the most money, but like I said, we can hit 2 of them in a weekend and maybe 2 rodeos. So really we're at 4 events to make us whatever amount of dollars, it could be over $10,000 in a weekend if you hit at all the events you're at in a weekend.
Because I know when we have the PBR events that come here to Swift Current, everybody and their kissing cousins out there fucking watching the thing. Yeah. You've done the PBR events here in Swift?
I've won Swift before, yeah.
When?
What?
17?
Where the fuck
2017, I won it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and watch that now. I could probably pull that up on YouTube.
Yeah, no, 2017. Cody's bull riding, Cody Snyder Invitational. Yeah, that's a cool one to win. Obviously, Cody's a world champ and put bull riding on the map for Canada, so that's definitely cool.
I'm guessing you'll come back here then and do another one when they come to Swift.
Oh yeah. I'm Canadian. I love supporting our Canadian bull ridings, and shit, our Canadian bull ridings have been awesome up here. Giving guys the chance to not even. The generation before us, they kind of had to go down south if they really wanted to make a living. Now, the amount of bull ridings we have when it pre-COVID-19, you could stay up here and make 100,000 in a year between pro rodeo and just the PBR.
Wow.
Easy. Yeah.
Huh.
So it's come a long way. Like the amount you can hit if you schedule it right, and you're one of them top guys, for sure you can break 100 grand up here.
Derek, I see you got paperwork over there. You got any more questions?
Yeah, I do. I wrote some questions down, Brock, and they're kind of weird. I'm a weird guy.
Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo, man. He's got red hair.
So let's talk. It's gonna be random. What's the lifespan of a bull? Like
for bucking or like till death?
No, for his like if the bulls are considered athletes as they are and treated as such.
Yep.
So bulls got like a good 5 years on the pro circuit.
Nowadays with the frickin' supplements, like these bulls eat healthier shit than we do. Like
that's what Jared was saying.
Yeah, like you get on them bulls that are, when they're fed up right, and you can tell like healthier bulls from the other, because you'll get on a bull and sometimes your rope will just pull into him and seems like you can just keep pulling it.
Sure.
Where you get on them healthy bulls that are on the right feed programs and stuff, and your fucking rope pulls like 4 inches because they're that hard. Like they're fucking rock hard when they're really fed up and they're freaking taken care of better than we are now. But I'd say like on the pro circuit, they come around typically when they're 4 years old, and then they're normally around. Their prime is obviously from their 4 till they're like 8, but some bulls are better when they're 10. Like there's Spotted Demon. He's a big black and white bull on tour down south, and I think he's 10 or 11 years old, and they're still knocking 91s on him. Like they were 92 on him or 91 on him last weekend. Like,
have you ridden him?
No, I haven't been on him yet, but I'd like to. Yeah, he's a badass. He's a mean looking fucker. He's got big horns.
Challenge.
Black and...
Let's do it.
Let's hunt him down.
Let's hunt that fucker down.
I'll get him. Yeah. Hope he'll be at some events this summer. I'll be going to. But he's a world champion bull contender, right? And he's 10, 11 years old. So it just totally depends on the bull. But most of them typically when they're 6, 7, 8 are really good. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right. And speaking of the bulls, what's the purpose of the bells on them?
The bell on our rope, it's no purpose other than it's just a weight so we don't have to go in the back pens and get our rope and they don't drag it through all the shit back there. Okay. Basically, when we get off, it just pulls our rope off. The bell acts as a weight, falls to the ground, hits the ground when there's nothing holding that rope.
Right.
And leaves the rope in the arena instead of taking it all the way in the back pens and trying to get your rope out of a pen with 5 bulls in it.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
And, my final question is, I guess would be pretty classic question. What would be some advice you would give to a young bull rider coming up? What would you tell him? And what's some stuff that you heard that's just fucking bullshit? Some bad recommendations you've heard? Just like garbage, like don't do that shit, man. That's garbage.
Yeah.
So let's
honestly,
give me a
just
positive and give me a negative.
Fuck. There's a lot of people that think they know what they're talking about, but just go to the absolute best. Like whoever is the best and learn the basics from the best. And it's not easy with YouTube and shit, search Lane Frost like bull tape videos. Like it's the simple stuff to work on. Don't overthink it. And just get on. Really, that's the only way you're going to learn is by fucking.
So what's some bad advice people tell you? You're like, fuck, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, buddy. You don't even know.
Oh, I don't know. Some people say just lift. Some people say push on your rope, but it's both, in my opinion. You have to give and you have to take.
Okay.
There's not one. Yeah, but I guess there's a few techniques for bull riding. I would just say learn from the best. Go to a school.
Go to school. You recommend the schools?
Yeah, there's lots of bull riding schools and stuff that are put on. I think Scott Schiffner's having one in Strathmore and stuff, and even follow the guys that are doing it on Instagram and shit. Like that's what I do. I watch all my buddies, and if you're watching what you like all the time, watch what they do right and where they do wrong, and picture what you would do, shit like that. In today's world, fucking video is the best thing. Study when you're not doing your craft. Actually,
everything's
watch your craft.
Yeah.
We do have a small feature where we let the guests pick their favorite song.
Song of the week.
Or they're a song that motivates them, revs them up, maybe a song they zone out to, or maybe a piece of music that they just kind of takes them to a special place. What would be that for you?
Can't Stop by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Have you seen them live before? I've seen them live a few times.
No, I have not seen them live before.
So Can't Stop by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, we'll definitely play that for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like a radio DJ when I say that.
I got some rapid fire questions, and then we can get them the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Rapid fire time.
Right. Copenhagen or Skull?
Copenhagen.
Atta boy. Snuff or wintergreen?
Snuff.
Thank you. Best brand of boots?
Shit. Oh, fuck. I don't know. Boulay. I don't know.
Good choice. I have 2 pairs of those.
Oh, right on.
Best bull rider to ever walk the planet?
JB Mooney.
Mooney?
Yeah.
Mooney, JB.
He's the fucking GOAT.
A lot of guys say Lane Frost.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, JB's Lane reincarnated, I think. They look fucking just alike, and they're both badass in rank and rode the fucking dragons, so it could be either or.
Toughest bull you've ever been on?
I'd say Sheep Creek. He used to be owned by Tyler Thompson. He was bull of Calgary and shit, and he separated a rib on me at the Stampede, and he's bucked me off once more than that too, so I never got past 4 seconds on him. He made me look dumb each time.
Sounds like it's like my sex life, right?
Blonde or brunette?
Blonde.
Oh, okay. What else we got? We already did the Copenhagen or Skull. Snuff.
Yeah.
For such a young guy, I'm surprised he said snuff.
Really?
Yeah, fuck that. Just the smell of wintergreen makes me want to throw up. I'm not a chewer, but fucking that wintergreen just,
Really?
It's gross, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that wraps it up, man.
Who's the best bull rider right now, other than Lemme? Because that's what everybody fucking says.
Oh. Yeah, it's pretty hard not to be Lemme right now. Like, that guy fucking is in another zone. Like, he's taking board. Like, he's making everyone else in our sport go, holy fuck, we need to get on his level or we're going to be left behind.
Who's the other kid that's right neck and neck with him right now? What's his name?
That Dalen Swearington, he's a young kid that's been spurred. He won our Canadian title last year, and he's been spurring the shit out of everything.
There's Swearingen, and then there's another one that has the green vest. What the fuck's his name?
Lockwood,
yeah.
Yeah, he's coming back from injury right now.
That's another porn star name.
He looks like he should be in like a fucking boy band, like 98 Degrees or some shit, but he's a bad motherfucker.
Oh, bad motherfucker. Yeah, I know, totally. Like, he's a good buddy of mine, and I'm a bit older than him, but fuck, every time I talk to him, I still feel like he's an 18-year-old. And he's like 22 or 21 now.
Yeah.
I think he's 22, but I still feel like he's the 18-year-old when he come around, but he is a bad motherfucker, that guy.
He's fucking good. I've been watching the PBR Global events that have been on TSN. And him and Lemme are just going back and forth with each other. It's fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. He's badass, that's for sure.
We're kind of new to talking about any other sport other than combat sports.
Yeah.
But we picked the bull riding because, one, we both think it's badass, and two, you guys wear fucking Wranglers.
Damn right. Yeah, that's a good plug right there, yeah. Yeah.
And though that's what I wanted to ask you about the sponsors. Are all of you guys sponsored by fucking Wrangler? Pretty much.
Yeah, a handful of us up here.
Okay.
Not all of us. Like, I think there's, like, in the Bull Riders, there's Jared, there's Jordan Hansen, me, Lonnie West, Corey Robbins, and maybe one other one.
Yeah, fucking all of them.
Yeah.
And if there's one of your colleagues that you would recommend to come on this show, who'd be good, who would it be?
I would say you'd got to get a few of them, but it would be Strauss Milan and Tanner Milan. They're really fucking brothers? Yeah, the Milan brothers. Strauss is hilarious. Actually, Strauss, you got to get some steer wrestlers. Like, if them guys are the funniest fucking guys, like that. Yeah, they're fucking hilarious.
I'm a big fan of Tanner Milan.
Yeah, get Tanner and Strauss on, and they'll make you. They got some good stories. They're fucking.
Derek, you got your work cut out for you because I don't know how the fuck we're gonna get these guys.
I'm gonna hunt them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys getting much media being bull riders? Like, is there people calling you up trying to talk to you?
Yeah, we
Okay.
get that quite a bit. Shit, fucking, I got my, I think I had like 7,000 followers before I fucking got my shit hacked this winter. But,
Dick pics.
they, fuck, man, I don't know how this series, I don't know. Someone hacked my damn shit, and it took like 3 days to get it back, and they fucked everything up. But,
Wow.
no, yeah, it's, yeah, I don't know. It's fucking.
I was hoping we were cutting some new territory here with getting the rodeo guys on, but
Yeah.
maybe we'll get a barrel racer on one of these days.
Figure it out.
Oh, it's good. Well, yeah. Do what you want. Do what you want. I have no comment on
I
that.
think that's the best way to end
I'm gonna get hated for whatever I say after this anyway. But yeah.
And that's where we'll end this fucking show, guys. That's the final
Yeah.
shot.